First off, congratulations, top three. I know that is so exciting. First things first, I just want to go around the Zoom and just ask, how does it feel to have reached the finale? And what's something that you think you've learned over the course of the competition? And we'll just go just by how you're appearing to me. We'll go Kendall, Pythia, and then Icesis.
Amazing. Yeah, it feels so spectacular to be in this place in my life and at the top three. And I'm just like honestly honored to be sharing this moment with my two sisters. I feel like for all of us, it has been such a wacky past couple years, obviously in the pandemic and all this kind of stuff. So like to actually be able to have filmed this show and really like reach our dreams and our goals is so spectacular. And it kind of feels like I'm in a dream sequence right now.
Yeah, Pythia for you.
It's so surreal. Like I literally feel, I don't know. I feel like it's such a surreal moment because I have been watching the show for so long. Like ever since I was in high school, in the closet, I didn't even know what drag was. I didn't even know who I was as like a person with my sexuality, my gender identity, and I don't know. It's just so surreal to be able to be part of this show in this way and to make it to the very end. Yeah, it's just very humbling and I'm very blessed and we've worked super hard to be here and it's just like so cool to see, you know, I'm literally against the best of the best. They're like my sisters and they're iconic and talented. So it's very, very, it's amazing. It feels great.
Yeah, Icesis.
I feel so honored and so blessed to be standing as the top three alongside Pythia and Kendall. Going into the competition, before even coming to the competition, I never felt worthy enough to even be on Drag Race. I didn't even think I was able to get on it. And the fact that not only did I get on it, but I got top three and I did it with class and dignity and I never strayed from the person that I am. I'm very proud of myself and to be standing with Kendall and Pythia.
Yeah. Also, did you all coordinate to do red outfits today?
We did not.
We're literally just like so on the same vibe. It's like it was when we first logged in this morning, I was like
No, this is giving me like, you know, Night of 100 Stacey McKenzie's or something. Everybody just has their own take on it. Everyone has their own take on it.
Leather, tulle, like it's so funny.
Yeah,
I'm like so perfect.
I'm like, this is a red wedding that no one said anything about.
I'm the mistress of the wedding.
Honey.
I love it. So Icesis, I wanted to ask, even though you did not win the makeover, I guess Pythia finally got her design challenge win in, but you pulled off one of the most powerful moments of the season, connecting with Michaela. And I want to know, what did that episode mean to you in that moment and this connection that was established?
As it was shown on the show, like, and that's definitely not the whole story. The part that I was comfortable with sharing, I wasn't originally comfortable with sharing. And I had told production behind the scenes that, yes, I do have stories to tell, but I don't feel comfortable at this current moment telling it. And the moment that I met Michaela and she started sharing her story, and I knew that me sharing my story could help people like her because I felt such a connection to her, I knew it was the right time to say it. And though I have like moved beyond it and like worked really hard to like take that moment and turn it into something positive for myself, I think the last step in my journey of that story was being able to say it out loud. I just feel so much lighter. I feel so much more comfortable to just say that I survived my own mental illness. And the fact that I've had so many people reach out to me and say things like, thank you, I go through the similar circumstances. Seeing representation has shown me that I don't need to take that route, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, out of all like the challenges that I won, like all the amazing things that happened on the show, the one thing that I was most excited about was to share this experience with the world. And it's funny because yes, I was in the bottom for that episode, and this is the episode that I was most excited about because it meant so much to me. It's just very special, and yeah.
It was such a powerful moment. And also everyone on social media wants Michaela on Canada's Drag Race now.
Yes.
So
I want
production
I
needs to
want
take
it.
note.
I want it. I want it.
Production needs to take note for real, because that may be the winner of like season 4, season 5,
Yeah,
or however
I
far
see
we
it.
get.
Yeah, 100%.
And Kendall, for you, this season was probably one of the most diverse seasons we've had in Drag Race, period. Like, I remember when the cast first got announced, I was like, wow, they are really turning it this season. So what does it mean to have this experience for you as a queen of color, seeing, you know, so much diversity, especially, and this is just the second season of Canada, and so many inroads have been made already?
Totally. I think that that's the most beautiful thing about Canadian culture and Canadian drag is that there is so much diversity, right? Like we look and see so many different, you know, backgrounds, nationalities, skin colors, all that kind of stuff. And it was really amazing to be a part of that on season 2, because there was just so many different like mirrors of each other. And it was quite spectacular to be able to sort of connect with people on that cultural level. Like I know me and Kimora had quite a few moments sort of, you know, talking about specific things and sort of having different opinions on it. And I actually just heard a quote in one of the other interviews that we were doing, and it was you can't be what you can't see. And I just that really like resonated with me, and I just think it's so spectacular. And I think that visibility is so integral to success of and just humanity in general.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I think that, you know, especially in the time we're in now, we're seeing so much diversity. And also diversity doesn't look like what we traditionally think of as diversity too. Mm-hmm. And especially with the you know, increase of non-binary queens on the franchises now as well. But I just remember looking at the initial promo for Canada, and I was like, wow, this is so much color. Like we don't usually see this. I mean, we're getting that way in US, but like not for it to be on Canada, I was like, wow, this is very, very important.
Absolutely.
And Pythia, for you, you came out the gate strong with like first of all, you had some of the most iconic looks of the season, but the coming out the gate with the 2 head, I can't think of the challenge, but the one with the second head, I still have dreams about that moment. I'm like, wow, that was a moment. And you continue to deliver throughout the season. What are your primary inspirations that you would say for your drag, and how do you think those kind of guided you throughout the season?
Sure. Yeah, basically for me, like growing up in a very conservative country, I didn't have any outlets to express my femininity as like a very masculine presenting child. You know what I mean? I had so many expectations shoved down my throat as the way that I was supposed to act and move and talk and dress. It was so exhausting. And I just felt so alienated from the rest of my peers because I didn't see myself as these like cookie cutter images that they were becoming, you know? So basically my inspiration for my looks and my drag is just when I was a child, I so longed for escapism, and I created all these worlds in my imagination about all these characters, like, you know, horse ladies and 2-headed ladies and cat people. And you know what I mean? I was so obsessed with like fantasy and magic, and I just really wanted to escape into a world where I could just be whatever I wanted. So my drag is an amalgamation of all these imaginations brought to life, because I can bring whatever character is in my imagination to life through drag. So yeah, it's like it's like a creature. It's not a woman, it's not a man. It's like I'm just this being of, you know, pure happiness. It's like yeah.
And you know, only one of you can be the winner of Canada's Drag Race, but you know, you all and the rest of the cast have, you know, these huge platforms now where you can inspire people, not only just in Canada, but across the globe. So I'd like to go around and just hear from what you hope to use from your new platforms to inspire people as you're traveling, performing, being in community and things like that.
Yeah, for me, drag and activism have always really gone hand in hand. I think that it's really the way that drag started. It was, you know, people really hitting the ground running, or hitting the stilettos running, if you will. And I just think that it's something that was it was just integral to me coming up in the drag scene, because I just found it so important. And I think that this platform, you know, will just be able to take that to the next level. I want to be able to take fundraisers into different cities and create different sort of like opportunities for visible minorities and all that kind of stuff. And that's truly what I will continue to do with my drag. I've always done with my drag. And yeah, I just want to keep on going and spreading the light.
I would love to sort of, I don't know, to me, it's been super important to be on this show in the first place, because when I first started, I'll tell you, okay, I'll take you back to season 1. Basically, when season 1 was announced, I applied immediately, and it was pre-pandemic. And when we were backstage with multiple people in Queens in Montreal, you know, we were talking about it. We're like, yeah, I applied, this and that. And a lot of them like scoffed and kind of like looked down on me. And they were like, why do you want to be Canada's next drag superstar? You're not even Canadian. And honestly, like I got so insecure when I first heard that. I was just like, I didn't understand what the fuck that meant. I was like, I am Canadian, I belong here. Like, you know what I mean? This is Canada, we are all immigrants. So when I talk about on my social media about being an immigrant and how important this is to me, this is what I mean. I'm not saying this for oppression points, and I'm not saying this for any other reason other than the fact that a lot of people don't see us as, you know, Canadian individuals. And immigrants are so hardworking people, and we have literally worked ourselves from the ground up. Like literally, I came here in this country with my mom, my dad, and my sister in one suit, like with one suitcase of clothes. And so it's like, it's super important to me to be able to represent this sort of identity through Canadian drag. So this is what I would love to represent with the crown going forward. It's just that we're all equal and we're all Canadian and we're all just as valid. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, and Icesis?
For so long, I truly told myself and believed that my voice didn't matter, that I had nothing of value to share because of the way that I was brought up and because of the things that I've gone through. And now with this platform, my voice does matter, and the things that I do and the things that I share are important and can help people. So my message truly is, I just want everyone to be okay. I want everyone to know that they're not alone, that there is a safe space for everyone, and that you really truly can make it on the other side. My story is not any more special, any different than everyone. And like Kendall and Pythia have also gone through terrible things in their life, and we've all come out on the end. So I really just want anyone who is putting themselves down or going through a hard time to really know that it does get better. And people make fun of that saying and say that it's cheesy, but it's so honest and it's so true. And life is so beautiful. The art of drag is so beautiful that you are important and you are needed here on this earth. And we are here, the three of us are here to show you that the world is beautiful. The world is fun. The world is amazing. And I think all three of us in general have such an amazing voice that can be shared with the younger youth that is coming up. And I think this is an amazing top 3, and you're welcome.
We are so grateful. We are so grateful. But seriously though, this is such a unique and a diverse top 3, and you all are representing Canada well, even though I'm not Canadian, I'm American, but I know that you all are representing Canada well. And good luck to all of you. It was a pleasure chatting with you, and I cannot wait to see who takes the crown and what you all do next.